Alright, so in the last video you saw me test all of these speakers to see which ones have the better sound quality and whatnot. So the conclusion of that video, if you haven't seen it, these right here, the Cantons, are going to be kept is actually the correct word there. I'm going to be using them to maybe make a portable speaker or something along the lines of that, but they are just far too nice to blow out. To the left of that we have some cheap Teac speakers that I'm definitely going to be blowing up. And behind that we have some cheap LG speakers that I'm also definitely going to be blowing up. And to the right of that, yet again, we have some cheap Sony speakers that I will also be blowing up. So on the board over here in today's video, we are doing the testing amplifiers video, which is video number 2. So with that being said, I'm going to rub the LG speaker blow the question mark on the end off. Nice autofocus there. And let's get into this video and test out these two receivers, an amplifier slash tape player here, and let's see how they perform. Alright, so I now have these red wires here ran from the back of my Dayton audio speakers that I'll be using as the test subjects, and I've also got a 3.5mm to RCA cable which I'll be using to plug into the back of the receivers. So first of all, let's start it off with this top silver Sony receiver and let's hook it up and see what we get from that. Alright, so I now have everything hooked up and music playing through my phone, and I'm probably risking it a little because it's probably blown up or something, but I'm just going to turn it on with my nice speakers connected and see what happens. Ooh, okay, so we've booted up, so the amplifier itself is actually doing something. We have PS2, which I don't think is the channel that I have it selected on. I have it actually plugged into auxiliary. So let's press, okay, I can hear music. Let's turn that down a bit. So again, my phone here, my S7 Edge, is connected into the auxiliary input in RCAs, and then the outputs are going to my Dayton audio speakers. So let's see what this amplifier is capable of. Okay, that's a bit weird. My phone volume is, alright, my phone volume's all the way up. So, oh, that just turned off. Okay, my phone volume's all the way up. So that's volume 50 on the receiver. That's really, really quiet. Let's see. Okay, so that's moderately loud there at 60. Or 68, sorry. But something's definitely not 100% right there with the receiver as far as volume. Let's see if I can crank it to max. Yeah, so as you can tell, there even max volume is a talking level, so something's obviously quite clearly wrong with this one as far as output volume. So I'll have a look when I do my what's inside amplifiers and if there's anything distinctly wrong. If not, if you got any suggestions as to why this amplifier might not be doing it. Let's just see, we're in 2-channel stereo, we're playing through 2 channels, we're hooked up to 2 speakers. It's definitely in the right stuff, and I know that we're on the right speakers as far as A/B, I think. Yep, we're on speakers A. Let's see, we've got EQ. I can turn the bass up a bit more. I can turn treble up. Yeah, I'll have a quick flick through the settings and see if I can find anything obvious, but if not, this amplifier is very, very quiet, so that's obviously something wrong with it. So let me just quickly have a look through that. Alright, so the conclusion I've come to for this receiver here is there is definitely something wrong with the preamp or something like that with the output. There's a very limited amount of sound coming out. It's actually extremely quiet. It's moderately vocal, like normal voice level at 100% volume. It actually says max on the amplifier. My phone's cranked up all the way. And if you believe it's maybe perhaps to do with the phone's output, I can assure you that I use this phone's output, well, I used to use the phone's output in the exact same manner with this Sony receiver here, which is my nice Sony STR-DN1050 receiver, which is out of focus, a really, really high quality, high-end receiver, and I've never had an issue like that. This thing is plenty loud enough with my phone's amplifier, so there is definitely something wrong with this amp here. But anyway, let's now discard this one. Let's just put this one to the side because there's obviously something wrong with it. And let's move our way and our attention down to this black one here, which I've kind of cleaned the top of it off a little bit. This one is a little bit older, so I probably isn't going to work because we can see here, I'm going to pull you out a little bit there, you can see because that focus keeps messing up. We've even got a mechanical volume knob, so it actually has an ending and a ending on all the way down and all the way up. so it's not just a knob that spins forever and forever like we have with this one here. But anyway, let's move over to this black one and see what this thing will do. Hopefully we can get a bit of a better show out of it, and maybe this one will be usable. Alright, so here we are now with the black Sony receiver hooked up exactly the same as the silver one was. Let's press the power button and let's see if we can get something out of this one. It would help if I plugged it in.
No shit.
Alright, so it's now plugged in and we can see there is a standby light on the receiver that is lighting up, so hopefully now... Okay, so we're on CD. I plug this into input 1, which I don't know how to activate, so let me just quickly figure out how to change what mode I'm in on the receiver, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I don't know how I didn't spot it, but these big volume buttons down here are actually what it is selected, as you can see. So anyway, we're on video 1. Speakers A are on, which are the ones I've got connected. I'll even turn speakers B on. Alright, let's see. Do I have any sound? I do not. Let's turn speakers B off. Okay, so the black Sony receiver is broken. There is absolutely no output whatsoever out of my speakers. Again, we can see here my phone volume is cranked all the way. It's playing. It's plugged into video 1, and I can assure you that this one is also broken. Oh, I had to click then. Yeah, we still got nothing. We have nothing. So the black Sony receiver is also broken. Alright, so my phone is now playing music at maximum volume again. Now let's see what the Teac will do. Let's press this big power button. We have a light, so let's see what we can get out of this. I've got this graphic equalizer and everything. So let's try the volume. Oh, that's scratchy. Listen to that. Okay, so I've got both channels playing at the moment. We're at volume 5. Let's crank it up a bit. Okay, now I've only got a left channel playing at volume 6. Alright, so the volume button itself, or volume... Oh my god. That is... Whoa. Jesus, that is extremely loud. Okay, so the Teac actually works, however, it's very, very sketchy as far as channels are cutting out all the time. Let's crank up some bass into our mix. Don't actually think that did a lot. Okay, so we can see here is definitely a little bit sketchy. We're at volume like 6.5 here, and we have no sound whatsoever. Yet if I bump it up, oh, there we go. So it's definitely not the greatest. So I've currently only got my left channel going. So there's obviously something a bit wrong with this one as well. So this will be probably throw out as well. So pretty much all of the receivers are toast. They're gonna have no use whatsoever. They're all faulty. I will definitely be looking into the silver one. I definitely won't destroy the silver one until I put the video up. Actually, I won't destroy either of these. This one's pretty terrible, so it'll go in the bin anyway. But I won't just touch any of these until the video goes live, so you guys could let me know if you have any possible thoughts as to what could be wrong with them. However, that one passes a very quiet signal. That one passes no signal, and this one's just really crappy sounding and very, very sketchy as far as volume. And anyway, that's very... Look at that. So we can definitely tell this one's seen better days. But with that being said, if you guys have enjoyed this video, this has been the testing of the 3 amplifiers. Stick around for the next video, which will be the what's inside of the speakers. You've got to just love the power of technology. Playing music straight off your phone, and then you go devices available, Sony STR-DN1050, and before you know it, your receiver connects to the internet and then plays it off Spotify straight through your speakers. Technology is absolutely awesome.